This is Matt Lees for Videogamer.com, and I'm joined by Steve Burns.
Hello.
And today we've got one very simple question. Aliens Colonial Marines, what the hell happened? So first off, we'll start here with some footage that was shown last year, I believe, which was a demo of what the game was going to look like, a gameplay demo. It was written down as being a work in progress, but it was also very clearly stated as being a gameplay demo. Here we switch over to what it actually looked like. And already, Steve, we've got some pretty key differences here, right?
Yeah, I mean, everything looks of a much higher resolution in that work-in-progress gameplay demo.
I mean, look at the lighting.
Yeah, that's movie style, right?
The substantial difference in lighting here. Obviously, we've got shadowing coming on from the right. Very, very different sense of dynamic lighting. A lot of bloom. Some really cool effects. It looks a lot like the Star Trek movies. And even the crack on the glass here, you know, the version... see in a moment, it's just not the same at all. I mean, obviously there are minor touches there, like with the hand we'll watch now. It's the same explosion, similar ripple. You know, there's no crack on the glass. It's very strange. I mean,
it's very strange. It begs the question whether they actually built all of these assets, or whether it's just a target render that's made to look like gameplay.
That's
Either
true.
way, it shouldn't be labelled gameplay.
I mean, look at this. This is stunning. I mean, this is a really good example of the fact that we have this very, excellent dynamic lighting, and it's just not here. There is a light hanging down from the ceiling, but there's no dynamic lighting.
Yeah, the difference is night and day, isn't there? So much more atmosphere in the dynamically lit environment. And although there is, some lighting, obviously, in this one, it's just nowhere near as impressive as nothing is. Really.
I mean, this is probably the most stunning comparison we have here. Obviously, that's what it looks like in the game.
Yep.
Obviously, there's no dude there, but it doesn't matter.
Yep.
But let's look at this. Look at the dynamic lighting. Look at that. It looks like an N64 game. It does literally look like Turok from the N64. And here we have the scene where we first come and meet the actual, the alien in the game. And this is the point where, obviously, really atmospheric. Again, there's no dynamic lighting in the final game. And there's no kind of fogging either. And we should mention that we did play through the game. All of the footage here you see, apart from something at the end, a little cheeky thing, is PC footage. This is all us playing on the PC. Here's the same section. There's no fog. A lot of the textures have changed. It's just different in almost every regard.
Yep.
And there's the guy. So in this, we've got, look at this wonderful cinematic section with the guy being pulled out. What do we get? What do we get in our version of the game? Just get this wobbly dickhead. Look at him.
Oh, I'm stuck. Help me.
Can you get me out, please? It's mind-boggling. We've had in the past, people saying, oh, maybe this has been touched up a bit, but this is unbelievable. This is very worrying, President, because of the fact that obviously this was marked as being a gameplay demo, and this is not a gameplay demo. This is what the game looks like.
Yeah, I mean, if it is a render, which is made to look like gameplay, like a lot of effort has gone into it, and obviously you would expect that if they're trying to trick people, which I'm not saying they are. We don't know, but you can't compare the two really.
No, it's bizarre. I mean, even stuff like the animation appears to be custom for all these setups, whereas in the final game, it's clearly not, and the way that the xenomorphs move is just entirely different. This is stunning. I mean, look at this. We've just seen that cool explosion and moved into a fire. This is what it looks like. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here it comes. Oh. I mean, this is mental. I'll show these actually again. I'll show these in slow motion just so you can really just soak this up. But look at the fires. I mean, they look like 2D sprites.
Yeah, and like you said, animation, he doesn't jump the crate there or anything like that.
I mean, things like that, the changes in scripting and animation, that's
fine,
understandable. These things always happen. We understand that game development is in flux, but these were all marked as work in progress when they were shown. And when you see something that's work in progress, you don't expect it to then get worse.
No.
I mean, even the possibility that they were just running this on a high-end PC, really high-end PC, and we'd understand it if this was somehow attainable within the game. But obviously, this is, when you're playing the game on the very highest settings, it just doesn't look like this. And that's an interesting one. You saw there it said choose dodge direction.
Yeah, I mean, our PC ran this with ease, and it's not the most powerful PC in the world. It's a good PC, but it ran this everything maxed at 60 frames, just very, very easily. And yeah, it's so strange.
It looks like this.
Yeah.
It just looks like
it looks very flat. Everything's so flat. The lighting is as you say, just very
geometrically, it's all the same. But that's kind of where the comparisons end. Hadley's Hope here again, and this is disappointing because of the fact that obviously they have sold this game very heavily on the fact that it's this recreation of the world. And looking out the window here at the planet, it's pretty stunning.
Yeah, it looks great.
I mean, it looks fantastic here. But then, of course, what does it actually look like in the game? What does it actually look like? Well, you're not going to like it as much because it looks like this.
Yeah.
I mean, the dynamic rain, gone. The lighting, completely different. They've put up all these barriers there to get in the way, and just the lighting in this room, it's got this fantastic. This looks and feels like an Aliens game. Yeah, it's got the same palette, everything.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, the kind of hues are all on point, and this one looks like it's had the contrast really jacked up, whereas in comparison with what you see now, and the stuff like the aliens like crawling in and out of the, the ceiling there. It's just you don't, and the effects on the bullets as well.
It just is strange. You just sort of think, what happened to all this technology? The fact that it's not included in the PC version. What happened to all this stuff?
Did it exist in the film? I mean,
it obviously did exist in some form, but obviously even simple things like that. We just showed a table full of guns, and then in the version of the real game, it's no guns. This, of course, you see here, changes like it's on the other side. That doesn't matter at all. But then this is a kind of iconic bit. Obviously, you've got this scene where you put down the turret and you fight off these waves of enemies. This is really, really quite an iconic section in the gameplay demo, and definitely something that got me really excited about this. Let's have a look what it's like in the actual game. We set up a turret. There just aren't any aliens. That whole bit just wasn't in the game.
No.
But these aren't even the biggest problems. Look at stuff like this.
But those enemies have, NPCs have collision outside of those scenes, so it's strange.
Of course, it could be worse. You could have bought the Xbox 360 version, which is incredibly jaggy and very ugly. We don't really know what's happened to this game in development, but something has obviously gone horribly wrong, and it feels like there's only one good way out.